Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. Oakley, in our last episode, just got the full moon cello. Whew! That is an instrument of the Sirens, I have to admit. At first, I did not believe you were real. That instrument, along with the 7 others in the set, has the power to wake the windfish. You must collect them all. I was instructed to give you directions. Your next goal is north, in Gopanga Swamp. Alright. Now that we have the Rock's Feather, we can just take a shortcut and jump over that little hole there. So we gotta head north to the swamp, north of the mysterious forest. Hey buddy, it's serious, yeah, really serious, yeah it is. The moblins came to the village. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's right. A whole gang of moblins. Then, it's for real, they all went to the house, yeah, that house. And then they did something at Bow Wow's house. It was a really bad scene with the moblins, so I mean, it might be faster to find out for yourself what happened. Okay. Uh-oh, Bow Wow's gone. It's terrible. My Bow Wow was dognapped by my moblins. Oh, please, somebody help my poor Bow Wow. Well, I guess that's gonna be us. She's had an awful tragedy in the house across the way. It's just awful, and all I can do is sweep. Well, maybe your husband Elvira can give us a new clue. Let's see. Bring, hello. This is Elvira. Well, most moblins live in the mysterious forest, but some live in the caves of Tall Heights. I hope that is what you wanted to know. Click. Well, it's a little bit of a clue. Taran is still not home, even though Marin said he was in there sleeping. Speaking of Marin, Oakley, Taran's taking a nap at home. Wow, you already told us that, but he's not really there at home. We just checked. You're telling us a fib, and I'm not talking about President Fibs. Peace, love, and donuts for everyone. So let's head up into the mysterious forest. Now we can go a little further north of that, where we got the tail key. And we can do that because now we have the ability to cross holes. Take out these moblins. We don't know if they're responsible or not. Head up to where Scooter used to be. And now we can cross some of these holes. So, now, if you would have headed to the left, you would have eventually got to the swamp. But we can't really do anything at the swamp, so we're going to head right over here. There's another set of holes that we can jump over. Including this one, and we get our 3rd piece of heart. So, 3 of 12 down. The windfish in name only, for it is neither. Well, let's head on into this cave, and hey, who's this suspicious-looking runt? Okay, boys, let's get rid of him. And this is the Moblin Cave, where that gang of moblins lives, who dognapped Bow Wow. We gotta take out a few regular moblins, but then we're gonna get the big boss moblin over here. You must be an assassin sent by Madame Meow Meow to rescue the mutt. You came here to get me, but it's I who will get you. Now the moblin, the boss, is invincible until he charges at the wall, and then he kind of knocks himself out. So you just gotta avoid the arrows he shoots at you. Wait until he charges the wall, and then hit him a few times. It's good so you can charge your sword while he's throwing the arrows. That way you might be able to get a more powerful attack in on him. Remember, when you swing the sword, a fully charged sword shot, it's double damage. And with this, we save Bow Wow. What a fearsome beast. Woohoo! Look at him. Bow Wow's pretty interesting. What he will do is he will randomly eat enemies on the screen. And we're gonna need him to get into Dungeon 2, but let's take him back home. Right? We should let his mom know that, hey, we saved him, so. Sometimes Bow Wow will lunge at an enemy and he'll swallow him up. Just like he swallowed that moblin there and he swallowed that blob. So, yeah, Bow Wow, I guess, can be pretty handy to... So, there's going to be some enemies right now that we don't have the tools to be able to defeat. So, we got a Guardian Acorn there that we don't have the tools to defeat. But Bow Wow will allow us to defeat them because he'll defeat them for us. He will eat the enemies. So let's head on home, get some dialogue if we do this. Let's head on in and... Hey, Meow Meow Meow. Oh, thank you. I'm so happy you brought my baby back. Now, would you be a dear and take him for a walk? It would really help me out a lot. You will? Thanks. Yep, we have to go dog walking. But it's good that we get to go dog walking because, like I said, we're going to need Bow Wow to get into the swamp dungeon. Dungeon number 2. I'll just take him up for a walk. Take him for a walk in the woods. My dog, my first dog, Buddy Beagle, he loved to go in the woods. He was a beagle. He liked to sniff all the animals there. I'm doing a playthrough for Buddy Beagle on the Dog Island. So, got a sign here: Gapongo Swamp, Mysterious Forest. Well, we were told to head to the swamp by the owl. Let's head into this house first. Hey, well, I pretty much stick to myself. Me and my letters. My name's White. The only thing I don't like about my hobby is that I never receive a response. Well, I'm sure we'll be able to help him out eventually later. And he's like the mayor from Sim City. So, if you play the Nintendo version of Sim City. And hey, we got a phone booth here. Let's call Elvira. Yes, this is Elvira, the indigestible flowers of the Gapongo Swamp. Those flowers are Bow Wow's favorite. Why don't you take him for a walk there? Alright. Well, we know where the swamp is. It's right over here. Danger, keep out. Except Bow Wow. So we have these little white flowers there. You can't defeat them with anything we have right now. Later on in the game, we'll get a weapon that can defeat them. But the little flowers and the big flowers, can't do anything about them. But with Bow Wow, he'll eat them up for us. Now, the little shark, those fins there, the shark will hop out of the water, and then you can defeat the shark then. But that's the only enemy right now in the swamp that we can defeat. But as you can see, this cave here, which is actually dungeon number 2, is blocked off by the flowers. So we needed Bow Wow to eat one of them so we can head on in. We're level 2 Bottle Grotto. You have to light these torches to open that door. And this dungeon is going to be shaped like a bottle. I guess dungeon 1 was also shaped like a tail, so a lot of the dungeons will take their shape after their names. Yeah, we got our compass. Now we know where the nightmare chests and keys will be hidden. So, let's head over this way. Ooh. We got more of these crystals that we have to hit to lower and raise these little things on the floor. So there'll be a little bunch of puzzles on that. But we're going to head back to the beginning of the dungeon. Because now that we have a key, there was a door over to the left that was locked. So let's head on over it. We can light the torches here. But in order to open the door up top, we need just to defeat those bats. But we got a little hole here, so we got to light the torches to see that hole. We can jump over, knock that guy in, and we get the map. Once we knock that guy into the hole, that opens the door to the south. So let's jump back over. Now let's head back to where we were earlier. We can see the shape of the dungeon. It's like a bottle. Running low on powder. Right now we can only have 20 powder max. Eventually we'll be able to double that. But powder isn't all that important in the game, so we have the option to double powder, bombs, and eventually arrows. Powder is usually probably the last thing you want to do because you don't really use powder all that much. So we got another small key. Bombs are going to be the most important thing we want to upgrade first. These shy guys here, you have to sneak behind them. They kind of mimic your movement. Sneak behind them. You can't hurt them with their masks. So you just they mimic your movement, maneuver them so that you get behind them, and then you can defeat them with a sword slash to the back. When we defeated them, a key dropped, so we had to backtrack to pick up that key. Now we can head further deeper into the dungeon. We got these spiny guys again, remember? Use our shield. They charge into the shield. As long as we have the shield extended, they'll charge into it, hit themselves, and flip themselves over, and then we can defeat them with our sword. Got a little puzzle here. You see those different patterns on the floor. That's your little clue that you have to push the blocks onto those strange patterns. Use our rock feather here. We got a little bit of platforming. We jump. Another thing taken from the Mario games, so. And there's a little pit there. We just jump over that little pit. Yep. And we head in to fight our mini-boss, the Cyclops. We don't have an item to defeat him, so we just have to run up to him, hit him with a sword. He'll throw bombs at us, and if we get too close to him, sometimes he can also grab us and throw us. But he's not too hard. We take him out with some sword swings, and all the mini-bosses will drop a fairy, and in addition to creating that portal, it takes us back to the first room in the dungeon. So, let's head up this way. We have a new enemy there over on the left. It's like a weird little thing. It sucks you, oh, we got to teleport back to the beginning. It tries to pull you into the hole, and you just gotta jump at it, swing your sword, and knock it out. But if you fall in the hole around it, you'll just be taken back to the thing. If you fall actually into the, kind of get sucked into it, that's when it takes you back to the dungeon. But hey, we got that little stone slab. First, defeat the imprisoned Paul's voice, last Stalfos. That's a clue for how we're gonna get the nightmare key. We're gonna run into a room that has a Paul's voice trapped. Paul's voices are those bunny enemies, and Stalfos is those skeletons. So, let's head over this way. We got some ghosts. We swing our sword, and the ghosts will disappear, and they'll reappear somewhere else in the room. We have to light one of the torches, and then that'll make the ghosts start fleeing from us. We get the power bracelet. We equip that. It isn't naturally automatically equipped like in A Link to the Past. But once we have it equipped, we can use the button that it's assigned to lift up blocks and big rocks. So let's get another key here. Now in that room that we had earlier where we got the clue on how to defeat that Paul's voice, or how to defeat those enemies, that'll take us eventually to the room where the Paul's voices is, so let's head on back that way. Boink! And we got Piranha Plants. Remember, if you jump on a Goomba, they will drop a heart. Piranha Plants are another enemy from the Mario series. Yeah, we can head on this way. And now we're in this room where the imprisoned Paul's voice is. So remember, we have to kill him first. And we can only defeat him with either bombs or throwing a pot at it. So we're gonna pick up a pot. Be careful that we don't defeat the Stalfos. Then we defeat the keys, which is the bat. And remember, we defeat the Stalfos last, and that gets us the Nightmare Key. And where I turned around earlier, that's over to the left there. So, we pretty much filled out the dungeon. So, saw that room earlier. Now we're gonna head over to the room to the right. We've got some Paul's voices. We can throw pots at them. Under one of these pots, there's actually a fairy. So, if you're low on life, you can start picking up the pots and find that fairy. It's down here on the bottom. There we go. We got another little side-scrolling section here. Now, when we get on that platform, it lowers down. But when we get on this platform, it doesn't lower down. So we got to pick up the pot nearby, and that makes us heavy. And then that allows us to have that platform sink. And now we're just right outside the Nightmare's room. And here he is, the Nightmare. Ho, ho, ho. It's a genie. He comes out of his bottle. And he has two phases. The initial phase right here basically tells you we can't hurt him as long as he has his bottle. So what he's going to do is he's going to come out of the bottle, throw a bunch of fireballs at us. Just got to dodge him. Doing like the tap dodge in there. That's a strategy from shoot 'em up games. From Shooting Game Weekly. You can follow that on YouTube. But yeah, they talk about shooting games and different tips on how to defeat them, so. But yeah, we just have to dodge the fireballs and wait for the genie to go back into his bottle, hit the bottle with our sword to stop it, pick it up with the power bracelet, throw it up against the wall. We have to do that 3 times, and then eventually the bottle will break. And then we're able to go into phase 2 of the boss fight. And that's when we'll actually be able to hurt the genie. Like you said right now, we can't hurt him as long as he has his bottle. So we have to get rid of that bottle. Get rid of it with 3 throws against the wall. Wow, you broke my bottle. Why you make me hoppin' mad. Now he just, he kind of circles around. And eventually he'll stop circling. And when he stops circling, that's when you can hit him. So while he's circling, you can charge up your sword so you get double damage on him. And we take him out. And we get another heart container. We also get our second instrument of the Siren. Looks like a conch shell. Let's see what it's called. You got the conch horn. Woohoo! So 2 of the 8 instruments down. Prairie. The prairie is waiting. Alright. Well, before we head into the prairie, let's head back into the dungeon. Now that we have the power bracelet, we can lift these pots and get this treasure chest that we saw at the beginning. Very nice. 50 rupees. Alright. Bow Wow will help us get out of here. Come on, Bow Wow, eat a plant. Woohoo! We can also now lift those rocks that we saw. So, Power Bracelet will open up a few new areas for us. So, the general structure of this game is we have a dungeon, and then we have little mini-quests between dungeons. So we had this little mini-quest where we had to save Bow Wow to before the second dungeon. Now we're going to have a little... we should take Bow Wow home now. Madam Meow Meow will appreciate it. Now we're gonna have a little mini quest we gotta complete on the a little mini quest to complete in the prairie before we can get to the third dungeon. And hey, now we have that suspicious looking rock. What do we got here? Looks like that little well where we got double magic power from A Link to the Past. Once again, we throw powder into the well, and we got this bat creature that comes out. Hey, kid, you woke me up from a fine nap. Thanks a lot. But now I'll get my revenge. Are you ready? Yes. I'll let you carry more magic powder. Hehe. Are you ready? We select no, and then he's going to give us other options. Bombs or arrows. We want to have double bombs right now. Bombs are going to be pretty useful, so let's double our bombs. Like I said, there's going to be 3 of these bat altars. And 1 for powder, 1 for bombs, and then 1 for the arrows. So now that we also have the power bracelet, piece of power. Sadly, we won't be able to use it too much, but we can also pick up these skulls. If we pick up these skulls, we'll be able to get our 4th heart container piece, and that will give us a full heart. So, ba-donk. Yep, now we have 6 full hearts. Remember, the max amount of hearts is 14, and the max amount of heart container pieces is 12, so we get 3 hearts through that, and the other 8 we get from dungeons. Okay, there's another treasure chest that we can access now that we have the power bracelet. Let's pick it up. What do we got in here? We got another secret seashell. Secret seashell number 4. So... But, before we explore the prairie and start trying to look for maybe more secret seashells, let's do what Elvira told us, and that is to take Bow Wow back to Meow Meow. This time she won't ask us to take her for a walk, because we've cleared out Dungeon 2. Ho ho ho, I really appreciate what you did for my poor precious Bow Wow. You are such a nice boy. Girl, how can I repay you? I know, smooch. Aw, we got a kiss from Meow Meow. I know, I'd like to kiss Oakley, because she's a pretty rat. But, I hope that, you liked what you've seen so far, and you come back for our next episode. Take care, have a good day. Bye!